Wargamers, Josh here with Wargames Delivered. Today we're going to be building a Soviet HQ set. These miniatures were all primed in black and then zenithalled with a really heavy white so that I could really bring in the shadows and let the speed paints do the work that they were designed to do. So starting with Ancient Honey, I went in and did all of the jackets across each of the members of this HQ squad. I really like this color for tans and khakis. It lends a really nice warmth to them. There were several different colors of jackets available that the Soviets wore. I chose to do them all in the tan khaki color, but there are also a white and a green jacket that they wore during winter times, World War II. Once I was happy with all of my yellows, I jumped in with Grim Black across the leather boots that the commander and the radio operator are wearing. I like the Grim Black for the boots. It adds a nice highlight without being too overwhelmingly black. For the gloves, I went ahead and used the aged hide color. It's a nice red leather looking color, and I did that across each of the gloves and any of the miniatures that we're wearing. Here I jumped in with Satchel Brown across each of the belts, as well as some of the minor detailing on the pouches, satchels, any of the straps for the firearms that they're holding on to. Right here is the first appearance of Forest Sprite, but we will come back to that later because it is used on the radio operator as well. But here I used it on the binoculars in the commander's hand. Of satchels and belts, as well as a few other bits and bobbles there. And then I grabbed Peachy Flesh for all of my exposed flesh tones. I chose this color specifically because it's a little bit on the paler side, but it does have a nice pink hue to it. So I figured that would be good for cold skin. See that I used Forest Sprite on the helmet that this gentleman is wearing. I also used the color Peachy Flesh across his hands and face. Tried my best to avoid getting it on the wrap that he is wearing under his helmet. So now we're going to jump back in time a little bit, and you're going to see me use the Forest Sprite, on his helmet, and his face is already done. But we're going to take that Forest Sprite, and we are going to use it across all of these boxes here, as well as the helmet, and like I said, the binoculars of the commanding officer who's holding his hand out back. I wanted to make sure that these boxes had a lot of definition to them, and the speed paints really lend themselves well for that. Once I was happy with all of the colors on the miniatures, I glued them to their base, and I took some of the Army Painter basing glue and I spread a thin layer of it all the way across the base of the miniature. Once I had the entire base of the miniatures covered, I threw in some stones and some tufts. Once my cup was nicely in place, I took out my Army Painter snow and I threw the entire miniature into the tub of snow that I had, and I dumped some from a bag over the top. You can alternatively just sink it into the tub of basing snow as well. And then I shook it off really well. Thank you guys so much for checking us out. And if you stuck here to the end, thank you so much for that. We really appreciate it. Make sure you check us out on the web at www.wargamesdelivered.com for all of your Army. Until next time, I'm Josh. We'll see you on the tabletop.